This is an absolute heist for the New York Yankees, as the team has been set up perfectly to make a huge move after the Rafael Devers trade has opened up the Yankees with a whole new opportunity in order to really round this roster out and continue to fix some issues with this team, as the Yankees still need to get some upgrades before we could be super confident that they are a World Series contender, especially after this bad stretch of losses they've had recently. And we're going to break all that down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. If you guys are part of that 75% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily videos like this. You do not want to miss out on all the great Yankees content that we got coming at you every single day. All that being said, let's jump into the video. There's a lot to talk about, as Brian Cashman intends to be very active at the trade deadline this year, and trade season has started early. Rafael Devers got traded in a shocking move that sent him to the San Francisco Giants, and Devers, he obviously was the best player on the Boston Red Sox. He was someone who had that massive extension there and looked like he was not going anywhere after he signed that 10-year, $315 million contract. However, just 2 years into it, now he's on none other than the San Francisco Giants. The Giants get their guy. They've been looking for a true star of their team for a while, and they believe that Devers is that guy, and rightfully so. Devers is a great player who now slides into this lineup for the San Francisco Giants, giving them an extra bat and also continuing to make this team a more enticing option for other prospective free agents as they continue to improve upon what's already an exciting roster to a lot of degrees. Now, all that being said, we know that Devers is a third baseman, and we know there's been discussions on how he'll perform when he's not playing third base. Obviously, he gave the Red Sox some help from that. And now what we've seen is a situation where the narrative is being pushed of Matt Chapman potentially dealing with this injury, Devers likely stepping into third at some point. There's a world that Chapman will not be thrilled with this situation, and because of this, it was proposed that the New York Yankees should target Chapman, as Newsweek mentioned that the San Francisco Giants shocked the baseball world by acquiring $313 million star Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox. The biggest winner is Devers. Now he gets a fresh start with the Giants. It could slot in to the lineup at third base, although the Red Sox biggest rivalry may now be in second line for the biggest breadwinners. As the trade deadline nears, the New York Yankees have been searching for an answer in their infield. That long-term solution could be the Giants' third baseman, Matt Chapman. Now, as Alex Pavlovich said, the Giants got good news on Chapman's injury today. He met with a specialist in Los Angeles and was told he can begin rehabbing his hand in about a week. He has to wear a splint until then. Currently, Chapman is dealing with a hand injury that has kept him out of competition, which does make Devers look like the third baseman, at least for now. Now, we know that Devers, he did that whole thing with the Red Sox. He doesn't intend on doing that here. I live in New York, I'm saying here in San Francisco. He doesn't intend on doing that in San Francisco. And you look at what Devers said. He said, I'm here to play wherever they want me to play. And manager Bob Melvin did say he's going to DH and play first base. Devers has not yet played first base in his career. There's a world where Devers walks that claim back, though. He might just be saying that right now. There's a lot of thought that Devers, after getting to play third base for the Giants, will not be thrilled at moving to a new position that he's never played before. And the Yankees right now have Jazz Chisholm Jr. as their third baseman. Chisholm's hitting with a .225 batting average, 9 home runs, and an OPS of 784. It's not necessarily a terrible season for Chisholm. He's stealing the bases well, he's fielding well, but he's in third base, which is not his natural position. On top of that, it means he's not getting to play second base, where fielding is more important. And it's not like DJ LeMahieu has been showing much at second base, especially in regards to fielding. He's clearly, his arm looks gone, his mobility is worse, things have been a problem. And if the Yankees can bring in Matt Chapman, someone who they've shown interest in the past, who's batting with a .243, has 12 home runs, an OPS of 812, OPS plus a 134, stole 7 bases, a great base runner, and just an excellent fielding third baseman, one of the best fielding third basemen in the MLB. He's a 1-time All-Star, a 5-time Gold Glover, a 2-time Platinum Glover, and also won the Wilson Overall Defensive Player of the Year. Matt Chapman is an elite defender at third base. Now, Chisholm's not the best defending third baseman in the world because it's not his natural position, but he's still great at it. The thing is, he is one of the best defending second basemen on the planet. The Yankees have a chance to continue to improve their infield defense that looked strong at some parts of the year, but now with Chisholm out of position and with DJ LeMahieu's mobility looking absolutely cooked, there has been a lot of thought on what is going to happen next. Devers steps in for the Red Sox with 15 home runs, a batting average of .272, and an OPS of .905. Some Yankee fans did want Devers to go to the Yankees just because he would get to play third base without a hitch. However, other Yankee fans didn't want him because the attitude thing of not wanting to play out of position and all that, and honestly, that's sensible. So, especially with that big contract, that would have hampered them a little bit. But obviously, Devers is a great player. Nobody's denying that he's great. So, he'll step in and play third base at least a bit while Chapman's out. It makes sense to put him there. However, it does become super interesting to see what the future does hold at that position. I mean, Newsweek mentioned the Giants' $151 million third baseman, and Chapman will have to watch his potential replacement at least until he starts his rehab assignment. Prior to his injury, he was hitting .242 with 12 home runs and 30 RBIs. Normally, the Giants would have any and all leverage as the 32-year-old infielder has 5.5 years of team control left. However, that flipped when the Giants brought in Devers. Now, San Francisco will have to take the best offer they can get for Chapman, who won't be happy playing second fiddle. That is, if Devers does not remain in the designated hitter role. So it all depends on if Rafael Devers is going to give a hard time or not. But the Yankees, they need to upgrade third base regardless. So, because look, they need to get Chisholm back to second. LeMahieu, the stats aren't necessarily awful, but they're not good. He's batting with a .253. He's got a .699 OPS, an OPS plus a 98, so he's a below-average offensive player right now. His defense is not aging great, as nobody can really age well in the middle infield. You often do get moved out of the middle infield as you get older because it's hard to play. LeMahieu's mobility looks like it's gone, and truly, this is not going to be sustainable having LeMahieu out there much longer. They're going to have to look in a different direction soon and move Chisholm back to second base, which means you do need a third baseman. LeMahieu's arm does not look like it could handle playing third base anymore. So really, the Yankees find themselves in a situation where even if it isn't Chapman, they do have to figure out a way to bring someone on to this team. Now, look, Chapman is an excellent fit on the Yankees. He bats from the right side. He's a good hitter. He's got power. Again, not exactly that leadoff hitter that the Yankees do need. It would be way better if the Yankees could find a third baseman who's a contact hitter and not a power hitter. But still, Chapman gives you the best defense you're going to be able to find. And it would make no sense for Brian Cashman to not at least try to go see what the value on Matt Chapman is. There's a world where the Giants say, absolutely not. We are not giving away Matt Chapman under any circumstances. We believe Rafael Devers will be happy to play DH and first base for the rest of his career. And from there, we're just going to roll with Matt Chapman as our third baseman because we want as good of a team possible so we can target more people in free agency in the coming years. Obviously, Willie Adams, he was signed this year by them. So that's another infielder who you add to the team. Their infield looks good, especially if Devers is playing first base. Their infield is exciting. They are going to gun for some outfield guys, though. And the Yankees do have some younger outfielders who they could trade off. They could try to sell on Trent Grisham if they really felt like it. There's a few different things that they theoretically could do. A lot of it, though, does come down to whatever Rafael Devers is going to do with the Giants. How is he going to react to all this once he's actually in the groove of it all? We'll see. That'll tell us all on Matt Chapman. But regardless, LeMahieu is not the long-term answer for the Yankees on a regular role. So we have to see what's going to happen. Who do you guys want to see the Yankees go after at the deadline? Obviously, they're going to go for pitching. I want to see them go for a third baseman really badly, someone who's actually good and bats from the right side, and preferably a contact hitter. Throw some names down below who you would like to see. Let me know. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single video. Have a great day, and go Yankees.